guys, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to start out today just by talking a little bit about some of my favorite but now off the market, one of my favorite off the market shampoos, along with so many other things that are now off the market, but I can't show them to you because they're not here anymore. I do still have a few bottles of this. This is the best for my hair. I still use it from time to time. Thank goodness I still have some left. And I'm still looking, you know. Some places do carry the odd shampoo or stray bottle on the shelf. But this particular one, I loved it. And so I tried to replace it with this. Now this went off the market a few years back. I remember my mom was still around and I was going crazy trying to find it, going from store to store, you know what I'm saying? And so when I couldn't find it anymore, I tried to replace it with this eventually. I remember buying this last year. And guys, it's for damaged hair, which I had at the time when I bought it, but I can't use it because even if I don't use the conditioner, look what it does to my hair. It's incredible. I'm going to try to actually go out with this today. And so I'm trying to use it, but for the winter time, it's not good. And so I know that this dry shampoo really helps. I have been using it from time to time, but with this, my hair stays clean for days. Even if it doesn't look that great, you know what I mean? It's not like this. I don't know what to do. So this is gonna help a little, not much. But whenever I use this shampoo, nothing, no matter what I do, nothing works. If I don't wash it every day, that's it. So I hate having this problem, but this really does work. And there's great many different kinds, but I bought this one, and I think I'll probably, if I ever run out of it, I'll probably buy it again. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be looking for a different shampoo because this one, it just strengthens your hair. It really fortifies it, which I need because I have such thin hair. And so this makes that worse. I have to put this away and use it only in the summer. Now, usually what I do is I leave it curly, like I let it go curly, but in the winter, and then the next time I wash it, it's better. But I don't want to do that because it can lead to a cold or plugged ears. I don't like going around with wet hair in the winter. Even if I just stay in, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So I'm looking for a new shampoo, and I hate doing that because every time I switch, my hair goes crazy. It doesn't know what to do. So I do have a great many shampoos that I love to use, and they're all in my pantry, but they're more or less for the summer. And so I don't have a really good fallback other than this for the winter. And so I need to find something, not quick. I don't mind walking around with dirty hair, but yeah, I need something different. And so I wanted to let everybody know that Micha is back to her old self, very loving self again today. And I remember that when I walked through the door, she immediately sensed something. What I think happened, guys, is this, is that I went to see someone who used to have a cat or two. And I believe that because of Micha's episode with my other cat, Kiara, who I had for 24 hours last year, and then I took her back to the foster mother, Micha was so upset by that experience because the cat reacted badly to her. She remembered that scent, and even to this day, I can't go into the master bathroom where I used to keep Kiara And I'm going to try to put a picture of her in here. She was so cute, guys. I had to bring her back because Micha wouldn't abide her. And so I think the scent of a cat, or maybe it was something else that I did that was around another animal. Because when I go walking, there's a lot of other animals, pets around. And I know there's cats and dogs running around. And so yesterday when I went for my walk again, there were cats and dogs. And she could have picked up a scent. She's so weird like that. And so what happened is also the people across the hall were having guests, and maybe she heard something that scared her. I think that half the time Micha never was here alone until my mother passed away. Like when I went away, or when I went to university, or when I went out shopping, my mother was usually always home with her, unless we went out together, which wasn't that often. Micha always had my mother. And so since my mother passed away, Micha is afraid. She knows that my mother is not really coming back. She senses that, but I think she still waits for her to come back. You know, whenever she hears something at the door, she's sitting in front of that door all night sometimes. I don't understand it. And so, no, I don't think there have been any break-ins lately. You know, that usually goes on in the fall and the summer. Right, guys? No, everything seems to be fine here, but she was definitely miffed last night, and she was hissing at me. So I don't know what it is. Anyway, she's back to her healthy self. No more eye discharge, and she's rubbing up against me while I cook or when I sleep. And it's nice to have her acting normally again, because I was upset. I was afraid that she might be sick. You know what I'm saying? And so last night I uploaded the vigil for the victims of Syria and Turkey. And so you all have seen it already by the time you're seeing this. Today is Monday. And so it's today, a week today, that we all received that terrible news of that horrible tragedy that happened across the world. And, you know, I was really illogical to suggest yesterday that it could be, you know, it could have been an attack, a military attack of some kind. And, you know, I used to go into conspiracy theories until I realized it was a waste of time. Okay, it's interesting. Everybody can concoct a conspiracy theory and follow the logic that everything that happens is a conspiracy theory and staged as an attack, or because of this or because of that. It's easy. It's too easy to do that, and therefore I don't like going there anymore. What I'm trying to say is it takes courage and intelligence and bravery to simply face the fact that there are going to be a great many things that occur, tragic or no, that are utterly and completely beyond anybody's control. Even if we can learn about them beforehand or try as best we can to prevent them, there are no real measures to prevent something like that from happening. And I remember a similar situation that happened 2 or 3 summers ago in Beirut, where all these little explosions, which were very devastating, kept going on. And I don't know what it was in the end. It was something that was going off in a crate, some sort of explosive materials that accidentally went off. I don't know about that one. But what I'm saying is that why waste time, going over conspiracy theories when all you have to do is just measure it against concrete evidence. If there isn't any, then I think that we should all come to the conclusion that it's not a conspiracy theory, plain and simple. And by that I mean, take for instance the military attacks that are going on in Ukraine. Now, we all know who's come right out and declared war against Ukraine. So we have evidence. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't have to wonder, boy, is this a conspiracy theory? We already know these are military attacks. Same thing with that air balloon in the United States. Does it have to be China? No, it could be the kid next door, so to speak. I'm just saying for hypothetical reasons. Unless we have proof, we don't know who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? It was shot down, among other unidentified flying objects. It was shot down, but I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. I think these things go on, and I think it's just because certain things are happening, people are more focused. I think a great many of these things are kept quiet in order to not create a panic. And unfortunately, we can't control that part of it. So I remember the same thing happening with 9/11. People wanted everyone to think it was because of this and this. It was actually an earthquake disguised as a military. Okay, whatever. Whoever uploaded videos, even before 9/11, guys, those are intended and put together to baffle people, just like with Sandy Hook. And to try to deny that Sandy Hook was a horrible tragedy and anything but, I mean, yeah, somebody shot those kids down. And it wasn't a hoax. Okay, maybe it might have been a drill for something else. Maybe part of that school might have been vacant for a while. Those children died. I know that they died. I remember seeing the funerals. I don't want to go there. But never say that something is a hoax unless you have that evidence. Okay, you're seeing clips online and you're thinking, okay, that's going to prove. No, it doesn't prove it. People put things, and I was made aware of this a couple of years ago with one YouTuber who was making millions off of this. And guys, I realized in the end that this was the wrong way for a YouTuber to behave. And mind you, he wasn't the first person that did this, but he wouldn't let it go. So that's why conspiracy theories, I think it made him go cuckoo. And if I keep doing this and looking at everything that way, yeah, and people want you to go cuckoo. So don't go to conspiracy theories. And I think that sometimes when people upload it, like content on conspiracy theories, either A1, to me it's a waste of time, although it's interesting. It's interesting to see that you can actually formulate a very interesting conspiracy theory and maybe even make a movie about it. But what a waste of freaking time. Why control minds like that? It's evil. It's evil, guys. Unless you have some sort of real concrete evidence that you just don't know what to make of, okay, authorities should be made aware of it if they're not. But don't take it any further than that, because you never know what it could actually be. So don't automatically say, it's China, it's Russia. It could be, but probably in many cases it's probably not. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, I have to get my day going here. I hope I haven't talked your ears off. I still have to make my fruit shake, and then I'm going to be heading out. I need to pick up a few things, but mostly a new shampoo because I don't like this one. And thank God I only bought one bottle, eh? Anyway, I guess I will have my shake, and I will be seeing you sometime on the road, and hopefully I won't look like that when I go home. Anyway, so I will see you later. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch up with you soon. Oh, by the way, I was saying that it's been a week since we did hear that terrible news, and so I hope that some of you did manage to catch my upload last night, which was dedicated to all the victims. And I just wish that there was something more than donating money. I mean, I'd like to donate money, but more than anything, I feel like my physical presence there would be so gratifying for me. If only I could do something to physically help assist in the search for more victims in the rubble, because now we're getting on, it's been a week, and if they're trying to survive without air, oxygen, or water, or food, this will be it. They can't survive more than a few days. So I hope that there are more people who are alive or coming out of it. Can you imagine coming out of a rubble and being half conscious, not knowing what's going on, all your family gone? I don't want to think about it, guys. I don't think that I could ever be that strong. And I think, maybe that's where we should put our focus on, instead of all these conspiracy theories that are still circulating about everything, and put it into something more constructive, like rescue teams and how to prevent such a tragedy from reaching this scale of enormity. How do we try to contain it more? I don't know if there's a way, but I do know that in order to face a crisis like that, you have to stay strong. And you can't fall prey to all these ridiculous scams and theories that are merely excuses to keep people from physically doing stuff constructively. Because if everybody thinks everything is a conspiracy theory, the world will go to hell. You know what I mean? People need our help. And to sit around thinking about conspiracy theories, no, I'm not going to do it. But I wish there was another way for me to just get my butt down there and do some physical stuff. There are people there that are stranded and victims. They've lost their lifeline. I can't imagine what they're going through. And so I hope that my moment of silence for them last night did something. I debated on whether to do it last night or tonight, but I was in such a funk yesterday. I felt like the whole world is grieving, and still is. I felt like, everything all around me is so quiet and dead. And I know that I'm sensing a lot of mourning and grief. And I don't like that feeling, when you walk into a crypt or a cemetery, or, everything feels like that. And I can't shake that feeling of death. And it's a horrible, horrible sensation. But I just hope that everybody who lost their life and that horrible trauma now is at peace and happiness for eternity. I'm sure they are, but I have to get off this topic. So I hope everybody out there is going to have a great day. And thank you so much for listening to this rant. No, it wasn't really a rant. And I'll be catching up with you later on the road, in the stores, wherever, whatever. Okay, I'll talk to you later. By the way, guys, before I forget, I wanted to show you my pizza fails, and I wanted to explain why they were fails. Okay, this is the one that actually failed, and if you can see, now there are 3 or 4 reasons why this one failed. The dough is just not the way that it should be compared to the one that I made last week. Now, 4 things actually. Number 1, I should have roasted the vegetables and not sauteed them because it just made a mess. Number 2, I should have let the dough rise for 15-20 minutes. I didn't do that. I was in a rush and I figured I'm not going to bother, you know. And then I didn't put sugar, so that's 3 things. And then I tried to cook the pizzas at 350 instead of my regular temperature of 375. And so, yeah, you know, this second pizza that I made with the eggplant and the peppers, delicious, but not the dough. It's still dough. You know, and the other one didn't turn out badly. The other one, I did put the tofu on top of it instead of mixing it in with the tomatoes. And so it does look luscious. And the crust is not bad, if you can see that. The crust is not so terrible. It still could be much better. I didn't make it the way I did last week. So that's my bad. And so, you know, they're still good. I'm probably going to freeze these because it's a lot of pizza all at once. And so I'm up against my own challenge here. I'm trying to make pizza without any frying whatsoever. And that's pretty much impossible to do. Even if I buy a bread maker or a dough mixer, whatever have you. And let the dough rise that way. It's still going to be the same thing with the toppings. I won't be able to fry, and I don't want to put any cheese or dairy. It's going to be hard, guys. What's pizza without cheese? But that's what I'm trying to do here. I did put some Parmesan on it, but it's not the same thing. Although I am getting quite used to it. That's my challenge. I'm trying to make a true vegetarian style pizza without dairy and without frying. So there's going to be some flops here and there somewhere. What can I say? guys, for those four, they were 14 something per package, which I had to climb on a ladder to get. 65 bucks. I almost thought that I didn't have enough on me because I only intended to buy cat food here. And I had 60 on me. Thank God I had $5 change in my pocket, or I would have had to come. I do that all the time because I never know exactly how much I'm going to spend. You know what I mean? That's what happens when I only go to the store for one item. I always catch myself short. So now it's off to the bank and off to pick up the rest of the few little things that I need. But I wanted to get that out of the way because I hate buying cat food. That's why I want to buy in bulk. If I find more today, I'll probably buy more. That's only enough for 1 month, guys. 1 month. 65 bucks for 1 month. That's a bit much, but I have to do it. Hi guys, I thought I would stop off and see if I can find that spatula that I've been looking for, and I also need a few glass storage jars, the little tiny ones. I'm running out of things to store my items in, so I may have to go to the Dollarama if I don't find them here. Just thought I would stop off since I'm in the neighborhood, and I need to pick up some fresh sage and basil. And so the next grocery store is the only store that I know carries it the way that I like it. So anyway, I have another 2 stops before I hit the place where I'm gonna buy more things. So yeah, I'm out of town right now, and everything is so close together here. You know, if I had to do this in my own city, it would, okay, it took me a little bit to get out here, but there was no traffic, so it's a nice drive. And I don't know, I just like shopping here. Everything is right here. Everything, instead of driving miles and miles and miles from one store to another, it's all in one mall. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'll take you inside with me. I think I'm pretty much only going to buy those couple of items. If I don't find them, I'll go to Dollarama. So guys, I picked up quite a few things, and I spent around $14, but it just may be that I only need to pick up a few more fresh things like citrus fruits and you know, the basil, and maybe I can get away with not going back to Walmart, but I really do want to look for the cat food and get another package if I can. And like that, she's all set for another month and a half. Wow. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. I got more basil. And this time, I'm not transplanting it. I'm leaving it in there. Guys, I'm so distraught. All I do is come out for basil. It doesn't make sense to me. I consume a lot of basil, I guess, but it's not worth coming to the store every freaking day. I like to just pluck it out once in a while, but I want my basil plant back. Hi guys, I'm back home and I do have a bit of a haul for you. Unfortunately, I spent more than I really wanted to. Um, but I did buy some bulk items in bulk, so I'll let you have a look. So let me switch and we'll talk about all my spent money. So, as you probably noticed from the clips I showed you from earlier this afternoon, a lot of this haul today was done at Walmart for Micha, my cat. And so she does have one full package in the cupboard, which I'm starting today. And so I thought instead of, I can't find the big long ones that I normally buy. So I decided to break them down in half and get chicken and beef and tuna and salmon. She loves fish and she loves beef. She's not crazy about turkey, which is in the other mix that I have right now. Guys, these are perfect. If I could find these everywhere, my life would be so easy. But no. No, not where I am. They just have to complicate everything. And you know what? Most of these shelves are fully stocked only with kitten food. So what happens when the cat gets to be an adult? They have to go and fight for mice on the streets. What gives here? My cat will not eat kitten food, maybe for a snack. She won't eat it anymore. You know those little itty bitty things that I showed you before? She won't eat them. So these were 14.85 a pop. Let me see. 14.47 times 2 times 4. It came to, guys, $65.50 or 40 cents rather. $65.40. And you know what? Oh my God. I hope they're the right flavor. They're not the right texture, but that's what I've been giving her lately. And so I hope that she's going to like it. If she doesn't like it, I'm sorry, Nietzsche, but mommy can't go out every day looking at all the stores for your food. And so I also got I got this one because, guys, it's easier to hold when I'm pouring it. I have to pour it into that big bucket I have in the laundry room. So this one happens to be scented. I really actually have no preference. And I got the powder. I got more powder. So that should do me for a while. And then I didn't actually find my tofu. Tofu was one of the things that I didn't manage to find today, along with the little tiny storage jars for my pantry. So those are two items I need to go back for. And Dollarama and anywhere for the tofu. And so then I stocked up on some more citrus fruits. I'm running out of lemons. And I got some blueberries and some green beans. I got some soup, and I'm having one of these for lunch today as soon as I put all the groceries away. I got Micha's treats, and altogether, well, the first haul was $65.40 that I already told you, and then the next one was $52.22. So I spent over $100 on just this stuff right here. That was over $100. And guys, it's too much. Okay, it's not too much money. I bought in bulk. But that's only going to last until what? March? April? Middle of March? It's not enough. I need 2 of these, like 4 of these for 1 month. So it's only going to last me until the around the middle of March. You know what I mean? Anyway, I do have another one in the cupboard, so probably to the end of March if I'm lucky, if I'm lucky. So, then, guys, I forgot. It's hidden by the beans. I bought some more of those, which I love. And I'm still not out of them yet, but I always buy them. You know what I mean? I don't like to run out. And so, then I went over to Longo's and I got some of my herbs and spices. I decided to buy some fresh bay leaves just because it's interesting. But I do need some sage and basil for an upcoming lasagna, I hope. And I bought about 8 tomatoes. And because I do have a small jar of tomato sauce left, but it's barely enough for a pizza, so I decided to get more. And I'll be making the sauce properly sometime this week for the lasagna. And tomatoes are fine, they'll last. So I'm going to do that first. I'll grind them up and then I'll cook them with some onion and some basil and a little garlic, and that will be for the lasagna. And then I did pick up, yes, guys, and I'm not transplanting it, another basil plant. And so help me if this one dies within the month. It smells beautiful, but it shouldn't die. It should not die. I have to hide it from Micha. She loves the smell too. So that little haul from Longo's, these items right here, that cost me $23.85. And that's it, guys. So I spent well over, maybe almost $200. Not quite, but I did spend that much money today because actually I only needed the food, but Micha needed stuff. So I did buy the soup, but Micha really needed stuff, so she's got it now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to put these groceries away. And hold on. I will put these groceries away and then I will have some lunch. And then I'll be getting back to you because we have to discuss some vitamins. And maybe I'll take you into my kitchen again while I'm making the sauce. I probably will be doing it tonight because I don't have room for those tomatoes in my fridge. They're going to get all over the place. So I'll make the sauce tonight and I will take you along with me. So I'll see you later after I eat. Guys, I did it again. I forgot to show you what I got at Dollar Tree. And so here are the items. Hold on. So I got the rubber spatula. It's actually plastic. And I hope this one doesn't melt because the last one I had melted. So that's what I actually went in for. But I ended up buying a few more items because I'm always looking for hand soap. Then I decided to pick up one of these. These are this soap is almost the next, for me, it's the next best thing to Neutrogena, which I also love. And then I have purchased these tomatoes before, so I decided to go for them again. And I got 2 cartons. I'm just going to pop them in with the other ones there, and they should be fine. I'll probably use them very quickly. And then I saw these beans and I decided to go for those as well because I was going to get them at Walmart anyway. And so I don't know if I saved any money, but I saved some time. So altogether, these few items, I also bought an iced tea, which I drank. These items came to $14.36. And there you have it. That's my Dollar Tree haul. Hi everybody. So it's the next day, and as you probably realize, we still haven't had our discussion on vitamin B11. I decided to take it into the next day, and I also wanted to quickly go over this shampoo with you because I still haven't found the shampoo that I wanted to try. Apparently, the outlet that I went to yesterday was completely out of the shampoo. They had the conditioner, and so it's a pink bottle by Herbal Essences for volume, extra volume. So I'm gonna see if I can hit another store today, maybe even a drugstore, I don't know. But this is what I used last night to clarify my hair. I usually use this once a week, and I'm running out of it. I'm pretty low, so I'm gonna try to, it took me 3 years to empty this one, the apple cider version of it. So I'm gonna be going out to look for it today as well. And so pretty much every place carries this. So hopefully it's not out of stock as well. Anyway, so I was hoping to get right to this little discussion on vitamin B11, and it's not very long, guys. So hold on, and I'll go grab my notes. So, guys, let's get started on this little discussion. And today, I thought we would focus on, I believe it's going to be the last of the vitamin B complex vitamins that I'll be talking about. And if you want, you can continue with the whole line of vitamin B complex chemicals, which are listed online, and you can do your own research. And so you know what I found out is that it's all of the vitamins bring controversy because certain people regard vitamins in a certain way and others in a different way. And so we're going to run into a little bit of a controversy with this particular item. And before I get started, I wanted to tell you to be, or ask you, to be very careful about what you read in books online, because vitamins are, regarding their importance to the human body and human health, they're very controversial. And I was shocked to find such a gap, a huge and dangerous gap regarding their importance, especially with respect to toxicity. And so I'll explain more about that in a second. But let's introduce this vitamin. And so I think what you need to always remember about most of the vitamin B compounds is that they are essentially folic acid. And so they all have folate, folacin, or actually vitamin M. I don't know if I'm going to get to that one. Vitamin N is very similar to it. And so vitamin B11 is a chemical compound. And so it's usually found in the tissues of plants and animals. Now, I think that's called chloroplasm or I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. I don't know what that tissue is called in a plant. So animals and plants contain vitamin B11 in their tissues. And so vitamin B11 is involved in the development and differentiation of human organisms' cells. For instance, DNA and the proper functioning of nervous and circulatory systems within the human body. So it's also very important for the RNA, or better known as the creation of red blood cells in the human body. So vitamin B11 is also known, and guys, I'm gonna say it, but I don't know if it's the way it should be pronounced, hepta-glutamic acid, or PHGA, salicylic acid or salicylic acid, I'm not sure which, chick growth factor, or known as factor S. Now, it's, as I told you, it's a form of folate, such as vitamin B9. And there are basically 5 forms of folate in the entire vitamin B complex. So vitamin B11 is similar to para-aminobenzoic acid, or PABA. So it's very similar to vitamin B10, which we discussed on Friday, a couple of nights ago. And so it is also quite unlike vitamin B4, and because it is not an essential vitamin for the human body, since bodies can synthesize this nutrient, and that is why it is quite unlike vitamin B4, for example. Salicylic acid is synthesized from the amino acid, which is known as phenylketonuria. And so I'm going to link all of those as hashtags below. And so make sure that if you are interested, you can look them up on your own. And so some of the food sources, or basically all of the food sources that contain vitamin B11, which is a chemical, are egg yolk, liver, I like liver, meat and poultry, organ meat, potatoes, leafy green vegetables like spinach, and wild caught fish. So the functions of vitamin B11 are, as I explained, extremely important. And folic acid synthesizes nucleic acids when creating DNA molecules. So vitamin B11 is very active during red blood cell formation. And so it is actually quite essential to human life. And so some of the other things that vitamin B11 does includes regulation of the homocysteine levels. Remember, we spoke about that in another vlog. And homocysteine is an amino acid that very strongly impacts human health. But here's one controversy. One particular source is claiming that excess leads to serious health conditions, such as cancer or skin cancer. And so abnormal homocysteine levels, now this is where I get mixed up. I don't know, when they say that, what I just said, I don't know if they mean specifically homocysteine levels, or are they talking about vitamin B11? It's not clear to me. So I'm saying that I don't know. And I'm saying also that they haven't done an awful lot of research on this. So maybe it's something that we need to keep our eyes on. So abnormal homocysteine levels increase heart disease, heart attack, stroke, thrombosis, you know, those big veins in legs. My aunt had that. Products that are rich in folic acid should always be included in a diet. So that would really help prevent those diseases that I just mentioned. Folic acid ensures the proper functioning of our immune system and supports the production of serotonin. Remember, I spoke about that as well. An essential factor in healthy sleep and relaxation. So that's pretty important as well. Vitamin B11 protects against some cancers. And so, hold on. What about deficiency? Okay, vitamin B11 deficiency is quite harmful to women in early pregnancy because it increases the risk of neural tube defects. And so maybe it's going to be like that other vitamin, what was it called? Vitamin B8, inositol, which is very important to a human fetus. And so maybe it's a little like that one. The neural tube, so it affects the neural tube and creates defects. The neural tube is a structure of the nervous system, and it develops right into the spinal cord and brain as the fetus grows. So guys, this is pre-birth. This is genetic. You can't go into a pregnancy without vitamin B11. It just doesn't happen. And so when the process of the spinal cord development is disturbed, the amniotic fluid enters the brain and spinal cord and really halts the development of human organs. So the neural tube defect leads to actual brainlessness or to a cerebral hernia, which results in impairment of motor and mental systems in your body. So what can affect the level of vitamin B11 in the body? The level of folic acid is usually influenced by many factors, and so the amount of vitamin B11 decreases if stress is high. So you don't want to have a lot of stress in your life, or with stimulants like coffee, alcohol, cigarettes. And so folic acid deficiency is likely when there is a presence of acetylsalicylic acid, contraceptives, liver disease, or inflammation of the stomach and intestines. So that's really important to know. Excess of vitamin B11. The effects of excess of vitamin B11 masks symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency, which impairs proper function of the nervous system. And that is a side effect. Okay, a side effect of that, of vitamin B excess, is cancerous lesions on the skin and an intensification of carcinogenesis, or a change of the organism cell into a cancerous cell under the microscope. So there was another source saying that there is no known, evidence for any bad side effects as to toxicity or excess. But there's this one that's claiming there is. So I thought I would mention that, and I'll list this link below. And guys, if, this is very important to remember. And so, when you're dealing with vitamins, you should always remember some of them don't have a toxicity level, others do, and you need to know which and what. And now I'm a little paranoid, so I'm going to make sure that I know everything about the toxic levels. And so folic acid is a substance that breaks down very easily under the influence of high temperatures and sunlight. So any kind of supplement for B11 should not be stored for a very long period. Vitamin B11 from food, however, and this is important, is only 50% absorbed into the body, which can cause deficiencies. In such a situation, a solution is to take synthetic folic acid in supplement. because the absorption level of vitamin B11 in a supplement is 100%. And so that's pretty important. But guys, I would not worry about this unless you're beginning to notice symptoms. You need to be under the care of a doctor in order to make a very rational decision about vitamin B11 or any other vitamin for that matter. And so I hope that you managed to take away something from this little discussion. And I hope that I've been able to help some of you out there in recognizing what some of the dangers and some of the uses and qualities of B11 are. And so, guys, I think I'm going to close off this video right now and start my new one. And I hope that everybody out there has had a wonderful day and that you will continue to watch and come to me for answers if I can provide them. I'm not a medical doctor, so please don't, I don't know. I'm just stating what is proven fact. And so never take anything I say for granted. Always consult with a physician or a pharmacist if you're in doubt. And please don't overdose on any vitamin because it's, unless it's not toxic, of course. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.